I like this pace, but this ain't gonna be much for getting a lot of compost. What's up, everybody? This is Brian over here at the Little Orchard Farm. We want to welcome you to today's video. I'm out here early at the farm. It's just a little bit after 5 o'clock. And we're getting started earlier today because Robbie's sending out a couple of guys, and Robbie himself will be here, so I'm going to be speaking with him about a couple of things. But Robbie's sending out a couple of guys, and we're going to begin working on the roof. So we're going to start putting on the metal roof. My hope is then that in a couple of days, we will be able to completely get that roof done. But this is a fairly, it's a jam-packed weekend. Yesterday, we had a tool that came in the mail. Just kidding. A ditch witch, and we're going to use the ditch witch to dig our water line. So our county water terminates at the very corner of my property, and so we've got to bring a line from that point. And I'll put a little bit, I'll put a map up right here to show you where we're going with this thing. But essentially from the road coming through one of my fields, across a second field, and then up to where the cabin is being built. And along that way, we've got to strategically place some tees, and then stub up or terminate those tees. And those tees will be representative of where we would like to see water taken on other parts of the property. That's why many months ago when I said the most important tool we have on the farm is the vision plan, because let me tell you, to go back in, to dig back up a water line, to place a tee, and then the run line on that, a lot more difficult than simply placing the tees in line as you go along. So we got a lot to do this weekend. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. So let's do this. 24, and he went out to look for one here last week, and it was 38 or something. Yeah. They've gone up. Get out of here, my man.
See ya.
Thank you.
Call me if you need me.
Love you, buddy.
Take care.
See ya. One of the best dudes you'll ever find. Period. All right, so we've got a couple of Robbie's buddies out here, or a couple of his workmates, to help begin putting the roof on. They went over and they pulled the total number of sheets that are going to be on this front side, which was 13 sheets, and they are pre-drilling the holes. And here's a shot of them doing that. And so now what they're going to do is they're going to take the sheets, and we'll start loading them up there, and they're going to start popping tops and bottoms. Well, all right, there you have it. We got started early this morning and we worked and got one side, all but the hip, right about in there. We got that one little piece to do. And so we'll be back at it hopefully next week to finish up the back side and the hip. And so hopefully by the next video, we'll have all the roof up. But it looks really good. All right, so the next activity to do for the day is I'm going to load up the bush hog to the tractor. Now, our bush hog still has not made it back to the farm yet. The Brown's Equipment Company is having it delivered, and they've got to get a truck that runs, down this way. Having some scheduling issues with the COVID and all that good stuff, but we'll get that down here. But I'm going to run up to my brother and sister-in-law's house, pick up their bush hog, and then what I'm going to do, because the grass is getting so high, I'm going to actually cut the path in which we're going to lay the pipe, and I'm going to bush hog kind of that path down, so we're not fighting the deep grass. So I'm going to make a couple of passes back and forth to kind of widen it out, maybe 20 feet or so on either side, so that we'll have plenty of room to work, lay the pipe, and and let's get water down to the cabin. So I literally just got back 15 minutes from picking up my brother-in-law's bush hog when Brown's Equipment rolls up with Karen's new bush hog. I'm tempted to take it off and put the new one on, but I'll let Karen christen it this weekend. I'm sure she would want to load that bad boy up and start cutting right away. So anyway, great surprise. This will be something for Karen to see when she gets here. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, we are out early this morning. We are ready to start trenching and laying water line, I think. Maybe. I've got the kids running off to grab some electrical tape. I can't seem to find mine. So once we get all this together, we're going to start the assembly line and we're going to start laying pipe and get water to the cabin. I'm already tired. What time is it?
It's way too early to be tired.
All right, so let me jump out here. I'll show you the ditch. So my friend Shep got here. He was doing the measuring for me. He's keeping my depth at the correct depth. We were in between 24 and 28 inches for the majority of this, all the way down to the tree line. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to get the fitting and the 1-inch coupler reducer, or as my wife called it, the expander, because we're expanding from 1 inch to 2 inches, or we're using a reducer from a 2 inch to a 1 inch. However you want to look at it, that's what we're about to do right up here at the box. And so I'm going to grab the necessary pieces, which is the 1-inch pipe, a 2 inch to 1 inch reducer, or a 1 to 2 inch expander, a 45 degrees, because we're gonna, if we don't do a 45 degree, we actually run right into this tree right here. So we're gonna do a 45 coming out in this trench and get it laid in the trench. And then we're gonna need some tools. We need the 1 inch thread to slip. There it is. Thread. Oh, and dude, we got ice water right here. Yeah. Make sure you stay hydrated. Yeah, I brought some with me. It's going to get a little toasty out here today, I understand. Yeah, it's going to get up to 90, they said. 90 degrees. Oh, right here it is. Is that my 1 inch? That's my 1 inch. All right. So, coming out of the box, out of the meter box, we will thread this into the meter. And then out the other side is my 1 inch. My 1 inch will go into this here little pipe here. And man, that's going to start to run. Be able to manage it, maybe? You don't know a good plumber? No, I don't.
Oh, he's cute.
He ran that four-wheeler English shop.
Yeah,
that's the way he rides it. He rides side saddle. So does.
Yeah, oh, he must be old English.
Well, his wife rides on the other side.
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
When they ride.
Maybe it's uncomfortable. I like this pace, but this ain't gonna be much for getting a lot of compost.
Dude, we don't put the brawn. We gotta put the brains in it.
I don't need it anymore. I better get smarter quick.
What?
No, you're good.
What did I do?
You did good. You're doing good. Slather it all around real good. There you go. Do we have enough on this pipe here? Slather that again. Don't hold back.
I'm not gonna have any breathing problems for sure.
There, now you're good. Now stick it in there. Hard. Keep going right there. Good. Turn it.
Good.
Right there. Hold it. Just hold it in. You got to hold it in so it doesn't slide back out. Sometimes they want to slide. Usually you count to 10 in Mandarin. And by the time you finish, it's dry. Lift up, push. Keep going. Right there. Hold. All right, so we got a little bit of a work system going on here. Karen's keeping the trench dug out and putting the pipe up in. You grab her by the back of the neck and you yank her up.
You're gonna get eel ankles when you start picking on her back.
Yeah, let me get in here.
Put her on her stomach.
I need to be on Mom's side. Mom, let me have your one.
Here, let me get her.
You got her?
Yeah, you kind of needed to come man on it right there. There you go. Yeah. It looks painful, but that's the quickest way. Don't do it again.
No! Oh my God!
She's like, what?
No!
She bottomed out, didn't she?
Please. Oh my God.
All right, so.
I feel your pain with short legs.
No. Let's go see what Brian's doing, because I have no clue. He's doing something with buckets and I don't know, valves. And then we're going to turn on the water and see if we'll have water down close to the cabin. It's not there yet, but it will be tomorrow. So it's hot out here. It went from like 30 and raining to like 90. but that's okay. It's sunny. It's not raining. We're not digging in mud. Digging in some beautiful, beautiful soil. Look at this soil. Look at it. Oh, I can't wait to start growing stuff in this. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, my favorite husband. How do I turn this thing around where they can see what you're doing? All right.
All right, well, so what I'm doing is we've got a T. We've brought it up to...
What that T looks like.
Yeah, we've brought it up to about 12 inches below the ground. Okay. And I'm gonna put a ball valve on it. Turn it. I killed it. You got that figured out there, didn't you? Where's the piece that comes out of it?
What do you mean?
Did we not cut
Oh, we didn't do that.
Yeah, we got a little 3-foot piece over there somewhere. Oh, is it right here, probably? Yeah, that's the one I was sawing on the whole time. All right, hang on a second. Let me just get this glued in. Hold this, Karen. All right, you're gonna drive it in right there, baby. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, thank you. Hey. All right, all right.
Not even a mile.
Yeah, it's hard to drive when your feet are up on the top of it and you're playing with your phone and you're just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, because it's literally going less than a mile an hour.
You're funny.
Oh my gosh, a fly just attacked my face. Hate that. Hate that.
I am too.
Oh, I'm ready for it.
This is the end of the line. We're right here at the cabin, and what I've done is I've simply capped it, and what we're going to do is now go back, turn on the water, and walk down the ditch, and we're just going to make sure we don't have any leaks, any sort of pressure issues where we may have to take out a pipe or a joint or a T or something like that and replace it. And so we're going to do that now. All right, so I'm up here at the box. We're going to turn the water on. Whew, I got a lot of cleanup up here to do. This is a mess. All right. Time in the story where I wanted to stop and let you know I've made a very critical mistake. As you noticed earlier, I put a cap at the end of the line. I was going to go back and put a valve in later on because the valve would then lead the water into the house. But in order to test it, I figured I'd just cap it. Meaning I have 900 plus feet, almost 1,000 feet of air in this line, and I've given it no place to go. I have not opened any of the side valves coming out of this main line, and therefore I've turned on the water with no place for the air to escape. And so what you're about to receive, or what you're about to see, is the result of a knuckle-headed, boneheaded mistake on my part. Let's continue. All right, we're fully pressurized. Oh, we got a leak. We got a leak. We gotta find the leak.
Are one of the doors open down there?
I don't know, but it's a big one because it started right back up. Oh, here it is. Turn it off. Whew. All right, so we just got the kids on the road, and they did a phenomenal job. Katie, Brian, my buddy Shep, all weekend long. We pressurized the pipe. We had a blowout on two T's, and I'm thinking it blew one out, and maybe just the shock of it probably cracked the other one off or something. I don't know. But we repaired them, got the pipe stuck back together. It's a 2-hour cure time, so I'm probably just going to go home. We'll probably just leave it and let it cure for a week. I think that's going to wrap it up. We've had a great weekend. Got the bush hog in. That was awesome. Got the ditch dug. That was awesome. Got the front side. I don't know, can you see it back there? Front side of the roof on the cabin. That was awesome. Whoop. We're going to be back down this next weekend. We didn't get doors and windows in, and and it was funny because Robbie said, because I forgot to order them. I forgot to tell him what day to deliver them on. They're in. He just didn't tell what day to deliver them. So they're going to be coming this next Friday. So next Friday, we'll get to see our doors and windows for the first time. And we'll get back out here. We'll do some testing on this system. We'll get it all covered back up. And hopefully we'll have water. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up here on the farm. Another awesome weekend at the Little Orchard Farm. We want to thank you very much for joining us. Consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed, and pound that like button. And until we see you the next time, we will see ya.